Hello folks, I don't know if any of you have been watching the CBC lately, or listening to it, but a lot of people want CBC folded, closed right down. And I think they used to do the best shows, documentaries, period. But lately I noticed, well, not lately, last number of years, they seem to spend a lot of money out of the country, hiring foreign correspondents and doing shows about the injustices in other countries. Like just recently, CBC 540 radio in Regina, and I think it was a show that's held nationally, did a show about a Sudanese immigrant who returned to the Sudan because his mother was ill. When he got there, he was arrested, or shortly after. Traitor or a terrorist or something, I guess. And he was arrested and tortured, so he says. Then he was let go, but he wasn't allowed to leave. Took his passport and held that, apparently. Then he was arrested again and tortured again, he says. And this went on and on and on for a few years. And they never really could prove he was a traitor. And the one time he was being tortured, it was the Canadian, the CSIS. There was a couple of them guys there. I don't know if they had anything to do with the actual torture, but they were present when he was being tortured, interrogated. And the strange thing is, when he was told the FBI wanted to interrogate him, he asked for the Canadian government's help. Isn't that strange? Doesn't that sound odd? They were apparently the catalyst, and here he's asking for their help. At any rate, he's still over there. He's gone on hunger strikes and things like that. He wants to return as a Canadian to Canada. And so far, the Canadian government said he could come back, but he got a plane ticket or something, but for some reason he can't come back. It's strange they do these shows steadily. If you listen to them and watch the CBC, like years ago they did a show about the most dangerous place to work, and that's the McWane pipe plant. They do for drainage systems, for houses and so on, for sewer systems, the heavy cast pipe. And it's insane, the number of people that have been murdered on the job down there because the safety equipment isn't up to par, and they're being pushed into doing things that they shouldn't have been asked to do. And it's been shown on Fifth Estate. The only thing is that the worst plants are the ones in Quebec, and the government told them that it's hands off, don't talk about it. So the CBC, of course, didn't. The Americans showed all the injured workers, or a lot of them, and dead people who died on the job, but the Canadian government wouldn't allow it here. That tells you something. But their show showed the Americans, of course. But again, I'll say that the Quebec plants are the worst of the bunch. And not a word about injured workers there. And this is going on and on here with the CBC. There's supposed to be a public, as a Canadian taxpayer, I think it's something that should be shown. What's going on here? Quit showing us what's going on in the rest of the world. Start showing what's going on here. But they're not going to do it. And I was told by Lindy Thorson, who used to be the host of one of the CBC radio shows, that his job was threatened. He came out and said it. He'd like to do the show. He said it definitely should be done. He's talked to them about it. Hands off, they told him. Hands off. You're not allowed to do it. And he explained to me he knows what's going on is unjust. It's not the right thing to do with the Workers' Compensation Board in Saskatchewan getting away, and all across Canada now. But he has proof that I was screwed, and others. But he was told to leave it alone. Just stay out of it. They could care less. The top brass at the CBC could care less if it's disgusting what they're doing to us, and they're going to keep getting away with it. And I think it's just too much power, too much money, too much power. It's never going to end here until something, like I said, drastic happens. Something earth-shattering. A real loud bang. That's the only way it's going to end. Anyways, they did shoot me again, but that's another story. Anyways, have a good one.